Hi, this is Calm. I'm Twin A. This is a bit different to how we were doing things previously, but first I prefer talking over writing, like using captions or subtitles, because that takes a long time. So I prefer talking. But then also English. We decided to try things out in English, but for the time being, not like forever, but just for the time being, because we are more comfortable speaking in English, things like that. So for the time being, we're trying things out in English. And for this video, I just wanted to talk about the importance of having a health log and how I do things. So first, I'm a analog person. I prefer writing. I love stationery. I love paper. So and I love planning. So I prefer doing things by hand, writing them down, and planning in an analog system. So I have multiple planners. Not at the same time, but planners hop. So I have many planners. I first started this my health log first started developing seriously in this system when I was in A6, and last year in March, and it's starting in March, our mom went through something really big. I can't really talk about that because I don't have her approval, but she went through something really big. So in March I started seriously writing down a lot of things, her symptoms, dates, doctors. So I have records from March of last year, and then in October my sister was diagnosed with cancer. So that was also something really big. So 2022 was when like my health log like seriously started to take shape, and why I became obsessed with having a health log. So right now I'm in this system, but I also had this system up. I had this set up, and I don't have the health log that I have in here. It's sort of very condensed or very concise, so I don't have a lot. I only have the key information, but for this setup I have like practically everything. But when I planner hop, I don't I migrate over the really important information, the key information, but for the running symptoms log, I don't migrate everything. I started anew, like for the new planner. So I have 4 book darts, not the first one, that's a bit lower. These 4, they're one for each family member. We have 4 our parents, my sister, and me. So 4. And for each I have all these sections. So a key information section where I have the doctors, the names of doctors, because you don't only have one doctor, you have many doctors. You have your key doctor, so for my sister, she has her key doctor for, wait, I don't know the English name for this department. It's I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll put it on the screen right now, but in Korean it's 혈액내과, because she has lymphoma. So she has many different doctors. She had a surgery, so she had the doctor. I wrote down the name of the doctor for her, the doctor who did her surgery, things like that. So yeah, I have all the doctors' names and the date of treatments. So she went through several rounds of chemo by now. So like when the first round was, when the second round was, I have all the dates. And for me, like I have I did a medical checkup, so I write down the date of that checkup. I have like stomach issues. We have a weak stomach, so both of us. So I write down names of that. And yeah, and I had like small things removed in my intestines. So yeah, I write stuff down for me too. And then this is a running symptoms log, and so I wrote down, okay, May, because that's the upcoming month, but this is all in pencil because it's not like it's not their permanent places. So for May, I write down, like, for each month, when the month begins, I write down the whole month. And then for example, maybe in May 31st, on May 31st, I have a gastrospasm, right? Stomach cramps. I got that like a big one once in my lifetime, and then I get like small, like not that big, because that was, I couldn't really move because the pain was so severe. But maybe okay, so for example, if I had a gastrospasm on May 31st, I would write down May 5/31 gastrospasm, which lasted for 5 minutes. So I would write that down. And when the new month begins, I write the calendar for the new month, and I write down the symptoms. And so for when I had the medical checkup, I wrote the date and my results that I got from that medical checkup, which was pretty long, so I took up quite a bit of space. But I do that. I keep key information section, and then I keep a running symptoms section. So that's that. And the last section is a question and like research and questions section. So I do a lot of research. I did a lot of research just for my own peace of mind. And I really think you need to advocate for yourself and for your family, because doctors know bodies best, but I think you know your body the best. So I think you really need to advocate for that, and you need to know stuff about your diagnosis if you want to ask questions about your diagnosis, about your treatment. So I think it's really, really important to do your research. I'm not even close to being like, understanding everything. The medical terms, they're very difficult. But, I'm still doing research. I'm trying to figure things out, what that means. When you get your CT or PET CT scans back, the results back, what they mean. So I'm still doing my research. I'm still learning, but I think you really need to be an active part in your treatment, not a passive player. So yeah, so I write down like any research information, any information that I researched that I think is relevant and important. Sorry, I write that down, and then I also write questions down in order to ask during our next doctor's appointment. So maybe like, is it okay? Okay, I need to ask my sister this first, but if it's okay. But her official diagnosis is gray zone lymphoma. That's not even the official term, but she has gray zone lymphoma. So that's pretty rare. And I was wondering, and if anyone knows, please like leave a comment. But is it okay if you do chemo and then radiation? We didn't do all 6 rounds of chemo. We did 3 rounds, and then we did radiation, and then we're doing the other 3 rounds again. Has anyone done this? I can't do it. I can't find any anything on this. Because like in articles that I've read, they just say they don't mention the the specific number of rounds of chemo that patient did. So please let me know in the comments below if anyone has done that. We did R-CHOP, so chemo, 3 rounds of chemo, radiation, tomotherapy, radiation, and then the other 3 rounds of chemo. Has anyone done this? Okay. And then her face is quite pink these days, which I think is like an after effect from chemo. But yes, so I write down questions that I want to ask the doctor, and any research information that I've done in this section. So I think it's really important to keep a record and do your research, I think. This is how I do things. So I hope this was useful, and I'll be back with another video. Not next week, but in the near future. Thank you so much for watching.